Rising Water Temperatures by Dylan Rick Baga. What is happening? The ocean is absorbing large amounts of excess greenhouse gases, leading to higher ocean temperatures. A report from 2017 reveals that the ocean has absorbed over 93% of greenhouse gases since the mid-1970s. The highest water temperatures were recorded in southern Australia. The warmer water is resulting in melting ice shelves in Antarctica and surrounding areas. When these ice shelves melt, there is a significant change in ocean water level. Why is this an issue? This is an issue because warmer waters lead to deoxygenation. Deoxygenation leads to a reduction in the amount of oxygen dissolved in the water. Rising temperatures also lead to sea level rise, resulting from melting ice caps and ice walls. The temperatures also affect marine species and marine ecosystems. It also affects the fundamental benefits of the ocean towards humans. Impact on humans. Rising temperatures will affect reef-building species and aquavegetation such as kelp or coral. These two aquatic life forms help to protect coastlines from erosion and sea level rise. The temperatures will affect fish and other aquatic animals by forcing them to swim away from their areas and relocate to other areas. This will directly affect the fishing industry and the jobs surrounding the fishing. This will also affect people that use fishing as their main money opportunity. Long-term effects. Rising water temperatures will lead to the melting of ice caps and ice walls in both the Arctic and Antarctic regions. Water levels will start to rise and currents/waves will start to get bigger and much stronger. Since the temperatures affect coral and coral stops erosion, beaches will start to wear away and there will eventually be no more beaches because of erosion. More droughts and famines will start in countries that rely on crops and fish. Low-lying coastal countries will be flooded or swallowed by ocean water. This is a graph showing the rise in water temperature. From about 1880 to 2010, the water temperature has risen from about negative 0.4 degrees Celsius to about 0.5 degrees Celsius. What is causing this? Rising temperatures are caused by greenhouse gases and car emissions. The ocean absorbs these gases, resulting in a higher temperature. Another reason that the temperature is rising is because of deep water cracks in the ocean floor. These cracks release huge amounts of heat from the Earth's core, which instantly heats up the water around it. Large military vehicles, such as submarines and aircraft carriers, use nuclear energy, which can sometimes be dangerous if the vehicle loses power and starts to drift. Short-term effects. Hurricanes will start to get larger and will occur more often than normal. Odd weather patterns and other strange phenomena will start to appear without any warning. Waves will start to get larger and possibly destructive in some areas. The places that these things are most likely to occur are around the Indian Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, parts of the Caribbean, and the southern coastal countries of South America. Here are a few examples. The land ice and the sea ice will start to melt. The sea level will rise. The atmospheric temperature will rise. The atmospheric moisture will rise. Global surface temperatures will rise. Extreme events and their occurrence will rise. Snow-covered glaciers will melt. droughts and floodings will occur more often. What can we do? We can limit greenhouse emissions and try to be more eco-friendly. We can improve human adaptation and find better ways to keep fisheries in business. We can strengthen our governmental research and scientific research into the subject. We can restore marine habitats and keep fishermen away from mating or birthing grounds for fish. We can use electricity more efficiently so that fossil fuels do not have to be used. What is El Niño? El Niño is a warm phase of ocean water associated with the band of warm waters in the Central Pacific Ocean. El Niño is one example of warmer ocean waters. El Niño brings heavy storms with and hurricanes that devastate small islands. El Niño is just a small part of the mass amount of warm waters in the Central Pacific. This is El Niño. The orange and the red represent the warmer than usual water in the Central Pacific. That water brings storms and other hurricanes to islands around it. The red is where it is most likely to occur. The jet strengthens are the winds.
We've now had 3 major bleaching events on the Great Barrier Reef. In '98, 2002, and again just recently in 2016. We zigzagged along the whole length in a helicopter and fixed-wing plane. We put about 100 people underwater. The extent and severity of this bleaching is off the chart. Typically, a bleached coral is nutritionally compromised. But this time around, we discovered an additional phenomenon. Many of the corals we surveyed were already dead. They actually cooked, and that's because the temperatures this time around were so extreme.
Already in 2016, severe coral bleaching has also been recorded across the Pacific Ocean, in Fiji, across the Indian Ocean, in the Maldives and the Seychelles, and even in the southern Red Sea. Similar events are predicted across the Caribbean and Micronesia. In a year in which the impacts of heat stress on the global ocean have reached unprecedented extremes, as the distribution of marine species continues to change, as storm surges continue to intensify, as sea ice and glacier melt accelerate, and as sea level rise and human displacement intensifies.
Countries around the world in Paris last year have committed to a rapid transition away from fossil fuels towards more sustainable, renewable energy.
Paris marked the moment when the world finally decided to heed the ever-rising mountain of evidence that had been piling up for years and began instead to galvanize our focus.
S'il y avait une seule chose à réussir pour appliquer l'accord de Paris, c'est la réduction des émissions de gaz à effet de serre. Pour augmenter la résilience de l'océan, il faudrait bien sûr lutter contre le réchauffement climatique, donc monter en puissance sur les énergies renouvelables, y compris les énergies renouvelables marines.
Thanks for watching. My sources are from the National Geographic, IUCN.org, globalgreenhousewarming.com, and the New York Times. Video credit to National Geographic.